Hunter and I always knew that adoption would be part of our story. The Lord kind of just was spurning our hearts to care for a child that was motherless and fatherless.
A little bit about Nessie. When we first got her as a 2.5-year-old, she was very meek, very quiet, very shy, smiled a lot, but didn't do a ton of interaction. Absolutely a joy to be around, behaved pretty well, but was a very quiet and shy child. The boys immediately latched onto her. They were calling her sister from the day they got her.
The whole experience of foster care is definitely difficult, and the trauma that the children bring can also be difficult, and not knowing how the situation will end up, that's also hard. We just found in our situation, we would want time after time to TPR to occur or different things to happen with DSS. But we just found that there was beauty in the waiting.
For foster families, when they often get placement of a child, because trauma and the effects of trauma are so different, it can seem like there's wins, but there's just big losses in progress. And it takes a long time. I think if we think about relationships and how powerful harm is in relationships. So there's the one trusting adult that you have who really, really hurts you in ways that are so confusing to you and so damaging. How do you heal from that? Well, it takes a lot of time for you to be able to trust again.
Did you ever feel like you could kind of enunciate what she was thinking?
Yeah.
Like, I know, what would you say she was thinking and feeling?
I think she had found like her home with us, and it was a consistent thing, even though she was still having to go to the visits. But when she was at the visits, it was almost like my consistency, my comfort, my home, my people, like they're gone. When we knew we'd have our family with his siblings and their husband and wife coming alongside us, we just knew we'd have a support system even deeper than just with Miracle Hill. And that support system is still there for us today.
When children come into foster care, there's this great sense of loss. And so they're looking for things that are connection points, pieces that they can bring from their life that help them to feel like they belong somewhere. And so often that's a sibling. That's maybe one of the most important connections. And so we do great things when we can help children connect to siblings. And that's what was so fun to watch with Nessie and her foster parents, is that the foster parents' own siblings had placement of Nessie's sibling. And so that was really sweet. There was a lot of interaction, and it was really beautiful to watch, even all the way through to adoption.
Our faith is such an important part of our journey. I think just knowing that this was our battlefield for Christ, taking in these foster children, loving them despite the things they've gone through, the things they may say to us or do to us, just because they don't know any different. But I just think that's the most essential part of this whole journey, was just having Christ come right alongside us.